please. So on a lighter note,
Yeah.
this one that I want to talk about is it's not something surprising. I
Yeah.
mean, for me, I would say it's not something surprising, even though I'll say ups, because I don't think fans will actually predict the downfall of their faves here. So when
They
Davido
do though.
dropped, do they
Yeah, they do.
like their own fave?
Okay, like fans. Okay, their own faves.
Their
Okay,
own
no, no,
fave.
no,
Like,
no.
that's like
No,
so.
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like ups now. These
Yeah.
be the
Okay. Yeah.
ones. When Davido started dropping the singles of the 5 albums, small, small, we had that okay, we had funds.
Mhm.
That's when it seems like this old deduction in streams started becoming serious for Davido. And now over the weekend, it was said that he lost like I think over 18 million in streams
Yeah.
on the 5
That's
album, like
crazy.
off all 17 songs. Like they were deducting streams and stuff. And now he's beginning to look like, what exactly has Davido taken from Spotify?
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Because it looks like every time that there is any issue regarding deductions of streams and all of that cleanup, Davido is always in the forefront.
As in,
But for what is worth, let's just say it as it is, cleanly and plainly. Davido is a newsmaker.
yeah, he's
Davido is a
actually.
headliner. For what is worth, if there's a Davido popping, like everybody will just switch their attention towards him. It just shows how much of an influence he has
Yeah.
and how blessed he is actually. Because I mean, if nobody talk about you, then you are nobody. Remember,
That's
Two-Face
true.
Dibia said that on his record. Two-Face is going through his own right now. So let me just shut up. Anyways,
Can you
for
imagine?
Davido, I really feel like the whole thing with the Spotify is just a mess right now. This is not the first time, like you said, we've seen this kind of reductions and all of that. I feel like Spotify needs to really get their act together, but we'll come to that. For Davido, the ops are actually excited right now
I'm
that
really
this is happening
excited though.
to him, and I know how much he's worked on the album, on the 5 album, and how much push he's got to, he's had over time. I, like you always say, I'm personally, I echo that your thoughts as well. I echo your position as well. I've never seen an intentional push for any album from any artist in a long while. And Davido has been able to say, you know what, I carry this my album for head, and to come on a weekend to see that somebody has gone to remove something from somewhere, it looks a little bit tacky.
Really tacky.
Are we saying that there are no stream farms? No, that's not what we're saying. But how it grossly affects this guy year in, year out, and every time, it's starting to look like he's targeted. I don't know. I don't really know, but it's messy and I don't like it for him. I don't know what Spotify has to do. I feel like they need to get their acts together, because we don't really see all these metrics happening around Apple Music, because Apple Music,
that's
the back
another
end is like
thing.
literally protected. On Spotify is easy access, and which has made a lot of people fall in love with the platform to say, okay, we love the fact that we can see. We love the fact that we can see the numbers, we can see the streams, we can see everything, But I feel like right now there should still be a little bit of exclusivity to it, because right now it's biting them in their bum bum.
Because now people don't even rate the platform anymore.
Yeah.
They don't. I don't want to mention this to that platform. They're beginning to say, okay, you know what? This Spotify might just become like this other platform. Let's just say that it's become a traditional platform. Like if you tell someone that you're using that platform, they'll be like, are you sure? In 2025, you're using this? So definitely. But another thing that has become a thing of concern is the fact that ever since this thing has been happening, Davido has actually not come out to probably issue a press release, and say, okay, well, this is what is going on, or we are working on it, or not even Spotify themselves. Could it be that, maybe Davido and Spotify that are just playing? Maybe it's an agenda. Maybe let's just see so they can go and stream again and stuff.
I really don't think it is an agenda, because for something as it's a huge decline. I mean, like,
yeah, it's actually
I feel like it's embarrassing, to be honest. And I'll take what Adeayo said. I'll read his tweet. Adeayo tweeted something over the weekend. I'm just gonna read it verbatim what he said. He said the growth metric of Nigerian streaming data is marred by illegalities, right? Terribly embarrassing when the biggest stars get implicated in this act. Spotify's I beg your pardon, Spotify's retroactive punitive measures simply as to the suckers rather than save us deference. 18 million streams? Come on, that's the amount they said Davido lost. So like I said earlier, it just has to do with Spotify. Spotify needs to find a way to be able, because Imagine somebody like Davido losing close to like 18 million streams. That is really utterly disgusting and embarrassing. And then, Adebayo goes to say again, stream farming is embarrassing and a big shame. The bigger the star, the bigger the embarrassment. But I also have an issue with subsequent deductions. It has larger consequences. Hold on to the streams until it is vetted before adding to the total counts. That's all. I just answered your
Yeah,
question.
that's true.
Hold on to the numbers.
Don't reveal it.
Don't reveal
Yes,
it.
yes.
When you verify, put it out.
That's
So
another way they can
exactly,
just go about these
So
things.
for a record, for example, let's say okay, for a weekend now, featuring YG Marley and whoever, that's YG Marley, yeah. On the album,
Yeah.
if you get a cumulative of let's say 10,000 streams, do your checks. And if you find 2,000 streams wanting, you're cool. Remove it. Nobody will know. Remove it and give the guy 8K. Then maybe they can, if they're actually farming, maybe they can go to the people who plug them on and say, Kilo Nshele, 8K we see, we pay for this one.
Nobody will know that one. It's between the artist and whatever it is they are doing.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, it becomes really embarrassing. And it looks like one person is being targeted. I know for a fact that a lot of people might actually have lost streams. But of course, Davido is the big news. So they want to make
it's his name
they want to make an example of him. But I really feel like it's really embarrassing and it's totally unfair. Hold on to the numbers. If you're not sure, don't be too quick to actually just put out these numbers. Have a metric, have a I don't know what you have to do. Just have a system that actually verifies these numbers. And when you verify the numbers, put the numbers out. You're in control of the back end. Don't make these guys look like clowns. Because right now, you're making them look like clowns and it's pretty unfair.
Because no one even wants to know now if it's true or not, if it's that organic streams or not. Everybody's like, they're farming. And I think, when you're talking about holding on to these numbers, I think it's the best thing to do actually, because when, you hold on to these numbers, let's just say instead of doing in the full day of release in 24 as in 24 hours, you already know as in how
shit. They pay me for head.
like
we need to stop it.
In 24 hours, this is the number of streams. In 24 hours, you already know that. How will the deduction not happen when it doesn't even look like it's properly vetted and checked and like, okay, you know what, this is true, this is not true, this is organic, this is not organic. At the end of the day, the artists now, like you said, they start looking like clowns, like they don't know what they are doing, or they've even gone behind to do something. I mean, the reactions when things like this happen are always so crazy, especially when it involves Davido. They're like, you know what? Because imagine a Davido having 100 million in streams. They'll be like, where do you want to see it? Is a lie. So when news like this now comes on, they're like, we said it. It cannot happen. We don't talk. We said exactly. So honestly,
I mean,
Spotify,
just to add to what you said, Sugar, talking about the first day streams and all that stream, I know that for what is worth, this whole industry is actually really connected, to the whole number thing. It's a number game. It's a number game. But I think the thirst for numbers is actually outweighing the relevance and the substance and the structure of what the music should be.
Exactly.
It's just like for me now, the first thing I'm thinking about when I actually put out a record is I want this record to do 1 million in streams. And let me share by screenshots. Say don't reach.
Like Davido.
And all of that. But I mean, for what is worth, I feel like good music will always be there, even after
definitely.
hundreds of years, right? This first day stream, I know who start these things, who start this nonsense, who start this nonsense.
We need to know.
First day stream, second day stream, and all of that stream. I think the pressure it now has on these artists is too much, and they're really focusing a lot of that to break the first day record, and so it tries to push them to want to do these things. I'm just saying. I'm not saying David is farming. I'm not saying Wizkid is farming. I'm not saying Burna Boy or the rest of Remas and the R stars and the likes of the other superstars are farming. But the pressure and the weight that this brings on them is intense. Because why are you coming up to say first day stream and you make it seem like the people who got the first day stream numbers are bigger than the rest? So this undue comparison and all these metrics, I don't know where they see and they come from. We didn't have a lot of this at the time. I mean, it's good. It's also good competition, but is it helping us as a culture? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not at this point.
Not at this point. Imagine losing 18 million streams. 18 freaking million.
I mean, if people were more concerned about the substance and what the song actually does to them, they will not. This news of losing streams will not be so big. It You won't be so
Who
so
go dey
that
think
that
am?
exactly that goes to show that most people now it's just the numbers. Oh,
Yeah.
numbers, 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 numbers. And after that,
Bragging rights
yeah.
over substance. It's crazy,
Exactly.
man.
That's
It's
exactly
crazy.
what's going on. I
It's
mean,
crazy.
there's enough of the old disappointing and sad news and stuff.